Good morning, people. I'm gonna do a video. First of all, I know many of you just saw the title. You'll be like, no, 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 not one more of these videos. This is actually I'm doing for people who just entering the game, who are seeing a lot of posts here and there, and if they know about Creed Aventus being a hype king, or rather being called the king. Many people say Creed Aventus is the king. Okay, I do not wear it anymore because my bottle juice level, I just keep it for winter. Okay, this one is my 2016 bottle, and I got this like 2017, I think. This is a fruity batch, so I never found the smoky batch. Nevertheless, any Aventus could you could try. It's always a win. So how much I love Aventus. I really love Aventus from the House of Creed in the time when the winter is here. Time is really cold because the fruity batch doesn't really perform all the crazy in the hot summer's day, which is supposed to do. So just let you know, first of all, Creed Aventus is a very expensive Creed. Is perhaps one of the most pricier ones in their house because of the hype, and it has that note of pineapple, birch. There's a smokiness. There's I think what else is there? There's like some sort of berries out there, blackcurrant, and there's apples, a lot of notes in there. So it's kind of like but when you sniff it, it's like very fruity, simple sort of scent. uh, I get good performance from it in the winter time, but I think Creed Aventus personally, it's a very expensive fragrance. Okay, but then to each his own. But fortunately, like they made so many clones, and many people are not fan of the clones. First of all, they're gonna really hate me. They're gonna hate all the clone houses they do, because this one is their favorite fragrance. They do not want people to smell like this one, because the top five that I have here today, they actually smell pretty darn close. So a few declarations before I start. I do not own every single Aventus clones. I do whatever I found so far. It's not actually less. I found at least 10, and few more that kind of smells like Aventus but not really. So first declaration is I do not own everything, and second declaration is I did review Reyanne Tradition Insurrection Pure 2. That is a very good fragrance, very nice, sort of fruity, smooth, nice presentation sort of a fragrance, but that was not my bottle. You can check out my review. I'll put the link below. That's a good fragrance. It would have made my list if I owned that fragrance. Third declaration is pineapple vintage. There's a house they did pineapple vintage. Then they made I think intense, king, X batch. A lot of them smell like Aventus, but I didn't go for that house because I felt they were very pricey. It comes to my country about $150. So $150 I am not gonna pay for a clone. I'm sorry to say. So even if it smells darn good, perhaps I'll buy it as a fragrance on its own, but I already have a lot of Aventus clones, so I have also Aventus, so I passed on it. I'm not saying it's bad or anything. And the last one is I'm gonna show you two fragrances. They are actually three fragrances basically. Okay, they smell like kind of like Aventus. They said initial days, but they're not really. They are more. I'll tell you what. This one, Le Parfait by Armaf. This one is actually a greenish tweed clone. But the last stage, very last stage, last 1 hour or so, it gives you sort of like Aventus sort of vibe. Really enjoy that. My juice is kind of like in the lower side. I don't know reach for it that much these days, but it's not really an Aventus clone, but it has a vibe of Aventus. The another one was Armaf's Tres Bon. This one, initially, if you go, people said this was a Aventus clone. This one actually is much more heavy on the berries. It's very strong, fruity, kind of like unisex fragrance, but this one has beast mode longevity. It has blackberries, I think. So if you like berries, you can try it. It has vibes of Aventus, but not really a clone. Then there's also, I think they have AB Spirit, think Lomani AB Spirit Silver. This house, there's a silver like white bottle. That one also Aventus clone. I do not own it. And then this fragrance, people keep asking me, Popstar Aqua, where can I find it? I do not know. I just found it once. It's pretty much like aquatic version of Aventus, but I'm not putting it in the list because it's near to impossible to find. So those are the things. So anyway, just remember this top 10 is just for fun, not my first five, the last five actually, rather, they're not really Aventus clone 100%. They have the sort of like vibes of Aventus, but the last five, they are really good clones. And the last one is actually not Aventus clone, but I prefer because to me it's better than Aventus. Anyway, so let's start. These are just, remember, my choices and nothing personal. Okay, if you like something, you definitely can enjoy that one, right? So number 10, I'm gonna go with this old fragrance, Jaguar for Men. Okay, so sorry, Jaguar Vision For Men. Okay, as you can see the name Vision. Okay, it's written here. So Vision basically is a very heavy bottle. This glass bottle is very heavy. If you see the reviews before, when there was not that many fragrance around, this one has a pineapple leaf accord, and what it does is this fragrance gives it very nice sort of a fruity, sort of a very fresh, kind of like musky, uh, green, like the pineapple leaves have that smell, like pineapple smell, but it has green leafy smell. So this one does that for me. But this fragrance I bought is sheer because the sheer reason was this is not very expensive, one thing. Second thing, is very hard to find these days, I don't know why. And it has a nice glass bottle. I really love this present. It's like tank. Okay, and I really enjoy it like once in a while. But the problem with this is longevity kind of on the 2 hours mark. After 2 hours you cannot detect anymore, but for the price it's pretty damn good. So Jaguar Vision, number 10. Number 9. It's a fun fragrance. I bought this because the name itself is Aventus. Very gutsy move. If you know Mairaja, I cannot say the name still. And there's Yacht Man line. Okay, they have Yacht Man red, blue, thousands out there. But this one is called Aventus. When I saw it, it was out there in one of the shops in Bangladesh. I immediately ran and grabbed it. So this one is pretty much comes in your very affordable price tag for 100 ml. These fragrances are not that expensive. This is perhaps a little more pricey than the red and the blue. So what this one does is it has a similar like bottle like other Yachtmans, but this one is a nice fade, nice bottle, and kind of like a dark theme to it. So when you spray it, spray is very good. When you sniff it, it's actually Aventus from the right word go. But again, the problem with the longevity here, it's like about 1 to 2 hours down, it's gone. Okay, so performance perhaps not the best, but you can try it. You can get a feel of Aventus at a very I would say nominal price or affordable price tag. It's not gonna break your bank. You can pretty much score this below $15, right? So Yacht Man Aventus, number 9. All right, number 8. I'm gonna go with this fragrance. Many people will be like, this is not an Aventus clone. I humbly disagree, because to my nose it smells like pineapple, lemon. Lots of the vibes I get from Aventus I also get from this. This is Divo For Men from House of Armaf. Okay, this ETT concentration. So it looks like a girly bottle, but it has a very nice solid thick glass base. Okay, very solid bottle. So this one, when you open it, it has, the smell is very nice. It's very fruity. It's kind of has a tiny bit of smokiness that gives that feel of like woody vibe, dark woody vibe, but not too much. So it's not too sweet. It's kind of on the pineapple side, but it's not exactly Aventus. Okay, but it does give that Aventus vibe. I would say more like 65 to 70%. If you like Aventus but you cannot afford it, you're looking for a clone, but this is what you find, you can definitely try it. Divo, I'll put down the names. You can give it a try. It really is an enjoyable fragrance. If you spray it, right, sprayer is not that great, but it does have a very nice sort of lemony feel, and it's very fresh, summer wearing. I think I would categorize this as an Aventus clone. So number 8, Divo For Men from Armaf. And this bottle, just one information if you do not know, this one I think comes in 90 ml bottles. Okay, 90 or sorry 84 ml. That is the weird thing. I knew there was something weird about this 84 ml bottle, so not 100 ml. Okay, that's number 8. Okay, number 7 is a fragrance I know from the videos of Steven. Okay, Rattle Essence. He reviewed this and I was like looking for it for a very long time, and in his videos, early days videos, he said this smells really close to Aventus, and I do agree. Okay, this is Glen Perri Unpredictable Adventure. Very unique looking, kind of like a, those air freshener that you stick up on the wall, and they have this timers on. They just spray psst, psst, like every 5-10 minutes. This actually looks like that, but this one is not very expensive. But I found it once, and the thing is, main problem I have with this one is the sprayer really sucks. I took out the sprayer. If you see, I took out the sprayer. It's somewhere there. I mean, I still have it. Wait, just right yesterday I took it off. Here you go. So the sprayer would be like somewhere here, right? And then once it goes down, it doesn't come up. So that's kind of like sucks, the sprayer. So when you take it out, it actually starts spraying quite nicely. Okay, let me show you. It will give you kind of like nice distribution, even though small bursts. So what this one is, what I like about this one actually does resemble Creed Aventus like really well, and it does have decent performance as well. I mean, I decanted some of it. Actually, I'm gonna give away tomorrow to someone, but this is like, sprayer is much better on these bottles, right? Decant bottles. This one I get the smokiness, it has that darkness. Yeah, I would call this perhaps one of the smokier batches of Aventus. Perri Unpredictable Adventure. Okay, that's my number 7. Okay, so number 6 is one gift from one of my brother Ammar. He was very kind to me. He's always a good friend to me in the community, and he gifted me this fragrance from House of Lattafa. So this is called Al Dur Al Makhnoon. Okay, here's the name. I'll put down the name because it's a long name. So the cap does resemble sort of one of the Armaf fragrances that is Club de Nuit, right? So and then it's also like it looks exactly like that, but it's not as heavy as that. But this one, when you see it, like perhaps Aventus clone. This smells really good. It's perfect balance between the I would say fruity and smoky, right in between. Performance, I do not get the best performance out of it. Nice looking bottle there. This is very nice presentation. Comes in nice little box as well. This one, the main issue for me is longevity. I do not get more than 2 to 3 hours from this. Okay, so that's why I didn't enter my top 5, right? But it's a very nice smell, natural smelling fragrance. Of course, it's I would say better than the rest. Okay. Yes, it's very familiar. If you smell this, you'll know like this is Aventus clone, but there are better ones in the market right now. But if you find this, it's going to be cheaper than your next top 5 I'm about to show you. But Abdul Al Makhnoon by Lattafa, I think it's a great fragrance. It's made in UAE as well. Okay, so yeah, nice little fragrance. Check it out. Okay, Abdul Al Makhnoon. Okay, now time for top 5. These fragrances are all great. You go either one of these, you cannot lose out. The first 5 or the last 5 rather was okay, you can get, but these fragrances will actually serve you really well, and these are just like 5 to 1 because of my preference. It doesn't mean one is worse than the other. Every single fragrance here you're gonna see are top notch. Okay, and I did enjoy wearing them a lot. I went through some of the multiple bottles. I'll tell you. So I'll start with number 5. Number 5, Al Haramain L'Aventure. Okay, this fragrance I'm almost out. You can see the juice. It's still moving. It's still there. So this one I got it. Oh man, this is the fruity batch of Aventus, and let me tell you something. I love the fruitier batches more than the smokier batch because smoke something like it depends. Incense is kind of like a smoke. Some people do like it. Some people don't. I live in hot summers country, so I think perhaps the hot weather makes me crave for more fruitiness, more juiciness. So I think L'Aventure by Al Haramain is a solid choice. Many people ask me, is it good? It's damn good. Only thing is, do not apply on your skin, on your neck. It burns. Okay, that was my experience in one of the winter time, and that's the only complaint. Longevity is okay. The cold weather time it really projects nicely. So number 5, Al Haramain L'Aventure. Okay, you guys not gonna like this. Number 4, I put a fragrance I always praise very highly. It has beast mode longevity on my skin. Some people are getting not the beast mode, I understand, but I guess maybe the weather or something, but nothing to do with the fragrance. The newer one also performs well, but this is kind of pricey. This is a 50 ml bottle, and I'm talking about Rasasi. This is Rasasi Zebra. This is my number 4. And why is it number 4? I actually had this ahead of the next 3 or next 2 at some point, but somewhere along the line something happened, and the next fragrance actually took over my love for this Aventus clones. This is still one of the best performing Aventus like fragrance. There's a lot of lemon. It does get very clean sort of vibe. You can tell the quality is there. It's very smoothly blended. It has thick presence. It's very fruity. It's no smokiness in there. But this is number 4. Get it. Only reason I wouldn't recommend this ahead of the next one because the price point is kind of expensive compared to the next one, right? But it's one of the best Aventus clones ever. Okay. EDP. This is called Rasasi Zebra. Number 3. What beats the Zebra? Club de Nuit Intense, man. This is my OG bottle, one of my earlier bottles. This is the silver cap. I'm pretty sure not many people have it today. This is made in UAE, and the first formulation, right, the older one. This is the smoky, kind of like the opening has that strong lemon kind of a vibe to it. It kind of is like synthetic. It's harsh. Many people are not fan of it, but now I appreciate it because nowadays they made UAE French everything kind of be smoother. They do have that birch darkness, kind of like woodiness. Still have the performance, Do not listen to people when they say it doesn't last. Put on your shirt, go around. It will last on you easily 8 to 10 hours every day. Okay, with the newer formulation. But this is perhaps one of the best Armaf top sellers. Okay, Armaf Club New Intense Man number 3. So now I'm left with 2. You guys are like, that's supposed to be the list end because Rasasi Zebra, L'Aventure, Club New Intense Man are the top ones, right? So what's next? Yes, I have something I prefer over them. Number 2, I prefer Zara Vibrant Leather EDP. Yes, I said it. Why did I say it? Does it beat them in the performance? The previous 2? Not quite. This one does have okay performance. I get like 4 to 5 hours on my skin with 1 hour of projection, soft projection sort of, but the opening is to die for. You get 120 ml, you get it for a very reasonable price. You get it with a very nice bottle with a magnetic top, which are all great features, but those are the reasons. Only reason is the juice. It's very juicy moment you spray it, you know. It's yes, it's the most natural smelling opening among all these fragrances that I showed you. Okay, even more so than the number 1. Number 1 beats this because I like that fragrance most in this category. But if you get Zara Vibrant Leather EDP, you're not gonna regret the smell. If you stay in the working environment, you're gonna get easily good performance from it. It does last long time, but in the sun it disappears quite quickly. So if you're in the air conditioned zone in a hot summer's country, there's a great great fragrance for that. So Zara Vibrant Leather EDP number 2 as an Aventus sort of replacement. And number 1, this fragrance is controversial in a sense that it's not an Aventus clone. I wouldn't call this an Aventus clone, but I would still put it here. The reason being, this fragrance, I love it over Aventus. It does have some common notes with Aventus opening. It does get the vibes, and it's actually from House of Mancera. You guys know this one. Cedrat Boise. Cedrat Boise EDP 120 ml. This fragrance, if you compare, you know, I don't like doing comparison between 2 great fragrances. They're both great, okay? Many people love this religiously, but something happened to me. This fragrance did grow on me much more than this, okay? This one has those fruits. This one has that lemon. People say they don't get pineapple. I do get a lot of pineapple from it. It's just my senses, and a lot of muskiness, not muskiness, something woodiness, and there is some sort of a leather that pops up later, okay? Cedrat Boise. And they tend to have some apple and some other fruity notes, and it makes a very nice sort of mouth-watering citrus for summer days. Very masculine and does project very long time as well. Okay, I'm sorry about the noise outside. So anyway, this is my number 1 that smells like Aventus, and I really recommend this highly. If you haven't tried it, do give it a try. Okay, so number 1, Cedrat Boise, not an Aventus clone, but it's like Aventus. To my nose, it's better than Aventus, right? That's all I have for you. Check out the fragrances if you want to, and hopefully let me know how you like them. Everybody have a very nice day. I'll talk to you soon. Ta-da.